2. Yeah, welcome everybody on stream. I'm here with Antiquity and Cheese on voice, as well as Halu in the chat, hopefully. We'll see once we get to the draft part. He told me he was there a couple of minutes ago, though, so we'll be fine on that front this time around. Anyhow, before we get into the actual player picks, let me recap you all on the tournament that we'll actually be playing here. So there we go. You can see the presentation right there. Just a basic recap on the info. Once again, this is the game times that you can see right here on the screen. Take a screenshot if you need them, or just revisit the Steam chat group, because I've got that same picture posted there as well. But just so everybody can get a look at these game times here once and for all officially. There we go, though. So one thing I should clear up again is the CIV picks. Again, I already told you in the announcement video that players will know what rest they will have going into the games, and I've decided here on the official distribution here for each game. So basically how we'll be doing it is every team, of course, consists of 2 players in each game. It's a 2v2v2. So for the games 1, 4, and 7, every player is going to have an iron cap and horse far. What far means, you'll see that in the example that I'll provide later. For the games 2, 5, and 8, everybody will have a horse cap, and iron will be far away. And then for the games 3, 6, and 9, every team will get 1 player with an iron cap and 1 player with a horse cap, and they'll be able to choose, of course, which of their CIVs, or which of the players gets which resource according to their CIVs pick. So this is mainly in order to create a little bit of variety in the drafts, in the meta, and whatever. So we'll be doing free CIV selection with this model, meaning that you can pick every CIV that you want once it's your turn to pick CIVs. Of course, excluding the CIVs that the players picking before you have already picked. And I wanted to ask the captains here right now if we wanted to include Carthage in the CIV pool. If I don't know how the feeling is about that. I haven't. Yeah, I don't have any strong feelings either way. What's your guys' thought on that?
Is it instead of someone or just additional to all the other ones?
No, we've got the basic MPT CIVs, just the regular OB MPT, ladder MPT CIVs, and the question is, do we want to add Carthage to the pick pool? If we do that, you guys gotta live with the fact that one of your own teammates might pick Carthage in a game where maybe you aren't around, and you can't complain after the fact. Then, so it's you guys' decision.
Are they seafaring?
Yeah, it's regular Carthage with
okay.
Yeah, seafaring, industrious, Numidian mercenary.
I don't mind. I'm fine with more options.
Doesn't matter. I prefer no, but not real strong either way.
Okay, I guess Halu could maybe.
Halu break the tie. Yeah, Halu break the tie.
Okay. I'll ask him in Steam DMs, so I guess he'll break the tile. I will inform you as we move along here what he's deciding there. All right, so that's how the CIV picks are gonna work. Again, you've got 2 players in every game, right? So one of your players, well, basically what I'm trying to explain is this pick order thing down here, right? So Team A has first pick, then the next team gets a pick, then the third team gets a pick, and then we do the same thing backwards, just like in the player draft that we'll be doing right now. And of course, for every game, you're gonna be rotating. So every team gets first pick in 3 games, every team gets second pick in 3 games, and every team gets the middle 2 picks in 3 games. Of course, we'll have to desync that from the res rotation, right? So we don't want to have it be like Anti's team always gets first pick on iron capped maps. That's not what we want, right? So we'll mix that up a bit, but everybody will get their first pick 3 times and so on. So it's going to be all even in that regard. I think that should be clear anyways. Yeah, I don't know. Any other questions on the CIV draft thing? Sounds fine, I guess.
No, I'm good.
All right. I'll move on then to the scoring part. Here I haven't made any changes. It's just like in the announcement video. We'll do it. Each individual game is going to be scored just as MPT, meaning that the player's score is added at the end of the game when the turn timer expires, and that player's score counts unless the whole team is dead, right? If both of your players die, you're automatically in last place in that game, and then if the next team is fully eliminated in a game, they are the second place for that game. So what this means is we don't count the individual placements of your players, right? What counts is your team finish. If you both of your players added together finish first place, if your team has the most points in that game, you'll get the first place for this individual game, which is 5 points for the tournament ranking. 3 points for the team that has the second most points combined, and then third place, meaning 1 point in the tournament ranking, for the team with the least score or whose players die first. And you'll get an additional point for the tournament ranking per opponent kill. So that does not mean, it's not like in Ceton where you get bonus score for kills. It's just that the kill rating, the kill ranking, the kill bonus points is a separate, a whole separate entity from the scoring department. But of course, both these points, these are going to be added in the ultimate tournament ranking, right? So the points you collect from getting kills and the points you collect from placements are gonna be your total finish in the end. I don't know if that was at all confusing. You can read it over again if it's maybe a bit wild, but basically it's nothing special. It's exactly as it was announced in the announcement videos, because I haven't really heard any severe pushback on these ideas. And of course, if nobody can quit, right? You can't quit in any of these tourney games, because just like in Ceton, that would make it really difficult to score and everything, and you can't deny kills that way. But if all players in the game agree that the game should be called, because I don't know, the game is decided anyways, then we can call it at a point where everybody agrees. But other than that, nobody can GG. Yeah, that's how I imagine it. Any ideas? Oh, well, any questions? Any?
Did you say how many turns we're playing?
It's 72. Yeah, last time I've got a file open right here actually. Let me check it. Yep, 72 turns, just like in the past couple of events.
Standard MPT is the same? Or less?
No, standard ladder MPT is 90 turns, but all the MPT tourneys that I've hosted have been 72 turns. That's the major change I've made for watchability. So, well, just to condense the game down a bit. And accordingly, I've also done the tech cost reduction, just like I've done it in every past tournament. So techs are a little bit cheaper and the game is a little bit shorter. I've mentioned all these changes though in the original announcement video. These technicalities, you can look all of them up in the original announcement video if there's any question about that. Okay, sounds good then? Yeah.
Yep.
At that point, we're done with the short presentation. I'll show you guys an example map now, just to get an actual idea of what the tourney maps are gonna be looking like in the end. So I'll put one up here on stream. There we go. And I'll pull it up on the Discord screen share too. That's the example map. There we go. So there's two different types of maps, and there's all of them are being created by generating an MPT map and then just cutting out one corner where I place my spectator island and the random ass settlers. The only difference is there's this kind of map here where you've got the continent and then these volcano islands. And then there's another type of map where the shape of the land just ended up in a more fortunate way where I didn't need to include the volcano islands, right? So there's some maps where the continent is just broad enough where I didn't need to put any volcano islands in the middle to make boating possible. So that means that you've got all the 6 players are going to be on this continent, of course, just like a regular MPT continent, but the continent is going to be cut off at one corner and the spectator stuff is going to be put there. And boating around the x-axis is going to be possible on every map as well. So if there was any question about that, I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see. This is just, I don't know, I've copied everything from regular MPT, barring the horse and iron, because that, of course, is set up in the specific tournament manner. This map here is a bit rushed, so I've actually, this you can see right here in the bottom right corner, you've got a horse bordering a wine. That's not going to be the case in the tourney. I won't break the res distribution rules, but you get the idea. This is what the map could look like. It's an actual generated MPT map, and this is one of the maps where everybody would have a horse cap and iron would be far. So you can get an idea of what far means. It's like 5 to 7 tiles away, I'd say, right? We've got different 5 to 7, I would say, yeah. Again, you can of course watch this back. I'll upload it to YouTube as well. This is how it looks like. And yeah, again, as I said, this is just, I didn't place the spawn locations either. It's just how it came out when generating MPT maps in actual MPT, not in the editor. Yeah, I don't know, any further questions about the map? I won't be using this map in the tourney, by the way. This is, maybe I'll upload this if anybody wants to practice or something, but.
So as far as like inhabitable tiles, it's going to be similar?
Oof. I would say there's definitely worse spawns than some of these here as well. Yeah, because I've actually just generated MPT maps and not really. Yeah, I don't know. There's worse spawns than this as well.
Well, I don't mean like worse spawns. I mean like this is how many tiles there's going to be like on the like continent, I guess.
Oh, on the continent. Well, in that regard, it's a bit, I would say yes. In general, it's going to be roughly around that, but I've generally not, well, I've made the cutoff wherever, well, the 6 players land kind of reasonably ended, right? Because on some maps, the 6 players were a little bit closer together than this, and on other maps, they were a little bit spread out in a different direction, so the shape varies greatly, just based on how the 6 players spawns ended up being. So it's a bit awkward to answer that, but I guess, yeah, this is kind of the land area that you would expect. But again, on some other maps, the land area is distributed in a different fashion, such as one that allows boating around the x-axis without even any of these volcano islands.
Team spawns, like, do you spawn next to your teammate or it's randomized?
No. On these types of maps, where everybody has the same resources in cap, it's completely randomized. Completely random. On the 3 maps where you've got 1 iron and 1 horse spawn, it's also random, but of course, it's with the caveat that you don't get... it can't happen that one teammate gets or one team gets 2 horse spawns, basically, right? But it's still random. I don't connect the 2 spawns in the map. I'll just make all the even number slots iron spawns, for example, and all the odd number spawns horse spawns, and then I'll have you guys toggle in the lobby to a random odd and even number pairing of your choice, basically.
So we know which teammate is which before on those games?
Yeah, you'll know which one of your CIVs is going to be played on with the iron and which one is going to be played with the horse. You'll get to choose.
And the freshwater looks like it's going to be pretty random. You won't know freshwater.
Oh yeah,
game.
it's full on MPT. I haven't. That's not been a criteria when picking maps.
Okay, good to hear.
Yeah,
Okay.
good.
Nice. Yeah, if there's any more questions, I guess you could. Best place to ask me would be under the YouTube video when I upload this, so it's going to be public, right? I don't give special information out to anybody regarding maps, especially. But if there's any more questions, I guess under the YouTube video of this draft would be a good place to put them. All right. Sounds good though. Oh yeah,
So Rabbit had a good question. I'll try and translate to my question, which is, so a random MPT map would have 8 start locations. On here, there's 6. But how did you choose which 6 to keep or whatever?
I chose. That was basically the only criteria that I used when selecting which maps to create for this one. I only chose maps where there were 6 spawns somewhat together, right? So I chose, or I always eliminated the 2 spawns that were super far away or just in an awkward spot. So I chose the 6 spawns that together made somewhat of a reasonable map to play, where everybody could at least attack one enemy and within a reasonable frame of time, and so on. Right. So this is the most extreme kind of case. Is for example the northwesternmost player, I guess, on this map. You can see the one, the one here in the middle of the screen right now. This is kind of the most extreme case where he's kind of isolated, right? But he can boat pretty easily and can get boated really easily. So that's how I kind of chose the CIVs or the starting spots to eliminate. Yeah, I haven't been reading the stream chat, sorry, but I turned up cheese a bit. So yep. Okay. Good. I'll move on to the player draft then. It looks like we're good to go here. So on stream, you can see right there. And for the Discord folks, I'll share the player list again. You already know it. There's been one small change actually. I don't know if I passed that along to you guys, but the only additional info that I got has been Rabdag amending his original answer that he gave. He said instead of 3 games at least, it's now 2 games guaranteed. He can only guarantee 2 games, and he hopes that he's going to be able to make a couple more. That's the only change from the last time I gave you guys info on that. Can you see the list, by the way? Am I screen sharing the player list here in Discord?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, and it's visible on stream too. Great. So perfect. Everybody can see. Yeah. I wonder if Halu is watching the Twitch stream as well, because that would be the easiest for him. So I don't. Yeah. I just so I know if I have to pass along everything via Steam as well. But we'll see about that. Anyhow. First pick of the draft is going to be for Anti. I've already told you guys how the draft order is going to be. Anti, Halu, Cheese, Cheese, Halu, Anti, Anti, Halu, Cheese, Cheese, Halu, Anti, and so on. The captains have information on the players' availability, which is not being displayed on stream right now. So don't wonder if you don't have the same amount of intel that the captains seem to have. But they got some info there from the players. Anyways, that's enough introing and all. I hope Halu's going to be able to make his picks then. But for the first one, I'll pass it to Antti. He's gonna have to make his final choice here. I know it wasn't an easy one, but what did you end up settling on here?
Wasn't an easy one. I made all sorts of graphs and tables and consulted a psychic and even looked at astrology signs. But I'm gonna go with possibly the MPT, the MVP of the last tournament, Kismic.
Nah, all right. That's the shocking development here. I forgot to actually have the text cells on my overlay, so that's kind of noob streamer here, but I'll insert it here at the last time. Oh god, there we go though. It's Kismic at the first pick here for Team Anti. Well, I gotta say that does surprise me. Didn't know you were tied like that with him, but so I'll make the name yeah.
I told you I was wrestling with some picks, and I don't think that was one you were thinking of.
Well, not one of the top names. No, definitely not. I can admit that much because yeah, I don't know. I just didn't expect it because I think he went kind of late in the last tourney draft, right?
Yeah, I just didn't want to risk him not coming back to me on my next pick, so had to take him.
Fair enough. So that's gonna be the first overall pick and the first pick for your team. I slotted him in there. There you go. So it's 15th the last time Kismic says. Well, he's gonna know. I guess I'll trust him on that info. So it's on Halu now. Hope he's here. It's his Civ pick. I'll ping him as well in the Steam group. So we'll see how he'll respond. He's been texting with me on Steam over the last hour or so, so he's got to be around, but we'll see what he's gonna go with here next. So he's got the choice between all these guys, excluding Kismic, so still a pretty wide open field here. And after that, it's gonna be Cheese with 2 successive picks in a row there. God, I can't forget. I can't believe I forgot to add the text cells right there. Ah, that's so annoying. Now the font doesn't match. The font doesn't match with the rest. Wow. What a crime. Anyways, I'm waiting for Halu to now make his pick. He's not in the stream chat right now, apparently. Well, no, I don't think. No, it's just been Red Deck here spamming the chat. Alright, looks like Anti's not getting killed for his pick. The plebs approve somewhat. Come on, Halu, don't leave us hanging.
Halu and Cheese will have to tell me afterwards, after we finish the draft, whether or not Kismic would have made it back to me or not.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting, right? You don't want to give too much info away right now, of course, but for sure, I mean, you can't know that before. It's such a gamble always, and you've got to make some concessions, obviously. So, yeah, that's and of course they can play the mind games, right? They can now just act like, yeah, I would have never picked that guy. Such a terrible pick there. But
Well, he doesn't need any more motivation.
Exactly. Oh, I love it. I love it though. Oh, all right. Wait, MJ, nah, you're joking, right? I respect the troll from Cheese in the chat, but MJ, you're joking, right? Ahalo is not in a game right now, is he?
I don't think so. Just says he's online.
Okay, yeah, exactly, because that's yeah. I was wondering how that would work. Eh.
If somehow there's an act of God and I can't draft, Kismic has my draft order.
Yeah, he's. I imagine he's gonna be able to take over. Oh, is Wade streaming? No, Suede is not streaming, but Suede is in Discord apparently. MJ says assumes Halu is in Suede game. So even if that's the case, I'll just give me a sec here. I'll just screenshot the player list.
I can go check.
All right. Not a bad idea. I'll screenshot the playlist, and even if Halu's not having the stream open, he can just yeah, we'll see what exactly Halu's up to, but yeah. Oh, Kismic, he's too funny. I can't believe it. It's a struggle always. But we've been there, right? I mean, yeah, you were here the last time. Cheese wasn't. Was he? I don't even remember. No, it was gonna be Obi, you, and Halu picking last time. That's who it was. Obi, Anti, Halu was the teams, and then Reaver ended up picking for Halu. Yeah, Kismic suggesting having Reaver pick for Halu again, but this time around it's not as viable, sadly.
MJ was right. He is in game.
Nah. So all right. What? I mean that's awkward. Because what I don't want to do is I don't want to force like anybody of the players in game to like be the middleman and try to communicate back and forth with Halu. That's kind of BS. I mean the most reasonable course of action would be to actually just have him come here and do the fucking draft for 10 minutes or 15 minutes or whatever. They can literally just sub him out if they want and then sub him back in after like 10 minutes, or if he just comes here and does his job.
You want me to go lobby for that?
Who do you know anybody on his team? Like, it's difficult, but yeah, maybe I'm not sure Suede would appreciate it if we keep popping into his call and then ask him to do our bidding, but
No, but it is a stream waiting.
yeah, I don't have any other idea right now either, is the thing, right? Because so maybe you can ask him if he can try to push for Halu to be subbed out and subbed back in or something like that. I don't know.
Or maybe just have Suede ask Halu if he triple committed to Beta somewhere like a half hour ago.
Yeah. Yeah. I reminded him an hour before and 30 minutes before, and I got a response both times. So yeah, it's fine though. I heard. Well, is that racist?
Alright,
I don't think
I'm
so.
gonna go try.
Yeah, good idea, Cheese. I heard the South American folks aren't as strict with their scheduling and stuff. But I don't even know where Halu's from actually, so don't want to presume anything here. All right, guess we'll have to stall just a little bit here. By the way, I don't even mind Halu being in game. If he just had the stream open on the side and was listening to us telling him that we're waiting for his pick, he could just play and then write just the name of the player he's picking in here every 5 minutes or whatever, whenever he's got to pick, and that wouldn't be an issue at all. But it seems like he's set different priorities. Why break the habit of a lifetime though, right? I mean, it's kind of on brand for him at this point. Okay, Rapdag is advocating for extreme measures here. Hey, any updates, Cheese?
The proposition to pause was rejected, but I did say maybe you can message him in game and tell him to alt tab and make his pick and then alt tab back into game.
Wait, so the solution is he's actually gonna he's gonna tab out and do the draft and everything.
I was not an
If they
approved
passed the message.
solution. This was proposed, and I don't know how high the probability of success is.
Okay, I appreciate it. Man, is there not any DDoSing experts here that could just cause, I don't know, Suede's internet to crash for a second or something, and then we'll force a reload like that? Is that on the cards today? I don't know. Now we don't need to pause the game. I mean that's kind of ridiculous. Yeah. Again, if Halu just has the stream open on the side that listens whenever he's asked to draft, that would be the easiest way for him probably. But
I mean, it is. I guess worst case, it is possible to do it completely asynchronously, but that's less stream content.
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind that, right? That's not terrible, but we've already started this kinda, and then again, it would be helpful for everybody to know their teams as early as possible, is what I'm thinking, right? So you can talk about strategies, talk about availability mainly, because that's like the most important part. So you have a player for every game and everything. Yeah. Okay, Halu has messaged me. All right, he's messaged me, quote, in game, end quote.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, we'll see. So, yeah, Antiquity. Wow, you really got duped there. Halu snatching that spot. Imagine what a nerd you are putting the stream ahead of the gameplay. Oh, it's MPT too, so he's getting actual practice for the event in while you guys are sitting here and actually trying to Wow, he really got you good. Didn't he?
Two tournaments in a row. It's like that old saying.
Oh yeah, that's I mean for the next time, if everything fails, you know, for the next event, I can just invite captains again, and then I don't know, maybe that's gonna be easier to schedule. But Kismic's half right when he says that we could just get Biz to pick for him because we've already set the precedent. But the thing is, I mean, he is here. That's the most ridiculous part. He is here. He's just not able to be reached. Wow, Mac voluntarily outing himself as a play-by-email guy. Respect. That's a rough one. Guys, how could you let Halu?
Hey guys.
Hello, Kismic.
Guys, how could you? Just a good suggestion.
At what
Maybe...
point do we commit to asynchronous?
Yeah, I don't know. What are you saying, Kismic?
maybe we just like we have president, we get Byzantine to pick for Halu, but since Byzantine ain't here, we just get somebody to change the name to Byzantine, and then that person picks for Halu. Just saying it would work
Yeah,
potentially.
that's the best Mirage ever, isn't it?
Mhm. If
Well-
Halu asks why he got like old prospector and bonehead and as his first two picks,
No, I mean, Cheese is right. At some point, we're just gonna commit to a synchronized draft, and I'll have to message the people back and forth. I mean, that would be the logical step to take, but it feels so ridiculous to do that as Halu is literally here. Like he's basically in the next room, figuratively, right? So, yeah.
maybe he's tending to his shop or something.
Well, yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
it's in a MPT.
yeah, that's kinda, yeah, the thing. No, I mean it of course like Cheese and Anti, you guys are like the ones taking damage or yeah. So it's on you guys to well decide how long we got here. But I mean it's 40 minutes after start. I don't even know how long their game's been going on, but
If it's the game I turned down joining, I would say it started a little less than an hour ago.
oh come on, I mean, that's right before the scheduled start. Sad times.
Literally, Kismic didn't join because I told him I was going to pick him, and he's like, "Oh, I'll stay around so I can help give you advice."
Respect. Yeah, mate. I mean, I don't know what's appropriate here, because I mean, it's not an official like tournament date time, but it's also it's kind of pretty close to it, right? It's still you guys' time, so I mean, just disappointing, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. So I guess the MPT, we don't have any indication that the MPT is ending anytime soon, and we don't have any indication either that Halu is gonna be able
I
to.
think he might be. I think he might be in a modern, as I take it, right? Is Halu not in a modern?
Oh well, somebody said MPT originally, but
No, I thought it was MPT, but now I went into an MPT game that's a reload happening, and there's no Halu inside. It's he must be in something else.
well, he's in something, but
It's a different reload.
okay,
Ah,
okay,
okay.
yeah, okay. MJ saying mod, and MJ seems to have the source, so I don't know.
I mean, if it's modern,
I don't have any info on. Well, we don't have any info on the game state or whatever, and he's also not sent. Well, he's sent one single message since the game has started, apparently. So that's the thing, right? I can't promise you guys in good faith that he's going to be here within X amount of time. So that's the issue I've got.
Did the message say like, "Sorry, I'm okay wasting everyone's time. That I also agreed to be here, plus the people that were going to watch the stream"?
No, well, kinda. It was in game still. That's all. That's the entire message in game. The implications, well, who knows? Who knows? Yeah, I don't know.
maybe talk to
Yeah.
Suede. Talk to Suede, because like if it's a modern, probably he's in Suede modern, and maybe Suede can have something. Like, I mean, it's.
Yeah, we've
No.
lobbied through Suede a little bit, but Cheese has done its best, and the solution that was reached apparently was not enough. But yeah, it seems to be Suede's game, but still, I mean.
Okay, well, wait, Carlot's telling me. Wait, I can. It's turn 25 of modern. So basically, the game started when the stream started, most likely.
Game-
Maybe even later than that.
Did you say 25?
25 of modern.
Yeah, for fuck's sake, mate. I mean, Max saying, like, in other drafts, you could just get your pick skipped if you don't make it in time and stuff. The thing is how we want a practical solution here, right? We don't want to like ruin the event for everyone because Harlow didn't show up or anything, and so there's no good solution here, right? Either we waste time or we waste the time that we've already invested or whatever. But I
We
guess
can waste like another maybe 5 minutes. Just I have a contact now with somebody in the game, so at least I can see like what's happening. Maybe we can lobby some more. Just...
Yeah, that's the thing, right? You could just give him random players. You could have some random guy draft for him, but all these things, I don't know, they don't seem practical and constructive to me, right? That's the thing. And they don't really help the other two guys either, right? I mean, nobody really gains from that. Well, in other news, Battleship has messaged me, and at least Battleship is
Hey,
aware.
Carla, good, we got you.
What's up?
Hello, Carla.
Yeah.
He's
So
in my
Harlow's
game,
in your
yeah.
game.
Harlow's in my game, yeah.
Cool.
I just told him he doesn't answer.
well, we know that.
Like he's fighting Suede, so it's really important, I guess.
Nah,
Yeah,
that's incredible.
Yeah,
Well, it's nothing if not consistent.
Yeah, I don't know. At this point, I feel like if we've got confirmation that he's in an early modern game, he's actively playing in the game, and he's not able to respond outside of it. I don't really see any reason to continue holding out for this. So
Carla, could you not lobby for like just 5 minutes of his time? Because like if you can just finish the picks.
Harlow just messaged me. He picks Biz Fire.
Fine, like, there we go.
Okay, he does his picks.
All right.
Okay, good. All right, guys. Out. Yeah.
Thanks, Carlo. Thanks, Kismic. Whatever.
Thanks, Carla.
You're welcome.
All right. Yeah, guys, we'll see how this goes. I'll slot Bizfire in for him now. So that's his official pick. And now it's Cheese's turn with 2 picks. Oh yeah, that's correct. So yeah, Cheese, have you had enough time to consider your 2 picks?
I think Cheese is in a game now. No, I'm just joking.
Sorry, I'm in a game. I can't draft.
Oh yeah, that's understandable.
All right. Well, rule run is always pick grab dag, so that has to happen.
Well, that's a surprise to nobody. I can't believe how you lobbied behind the scenes to get that, but whatever. I mean,
Exactly.
congrats.
And I think I'll stay loyal to my clan and pick Mac also.
Mac, wow, that's a name right there. You've got him. So that's 2 players, I guess, above Mac have been skipped out on here, but that is also reasonable in terms of availability, so I get that. Anyhow, that's the 2 picks, nice and short. I appreciate that. So it's now back to Harlow. I'll mail him the, mail. I don't know why I said that, but I'll send him the updated list in terms of available players, and we'll see if he responds anytime soon. If not, then I guess we'll continue elsewhere. But here's make this Mac Rap Deck are taken. Okay, so we wait. It's Harlow's turn to pick, and then it goes back to Anti, and he'll round out that second round of the draft. There you go. Yeah. So I guess you guys can also see the sheet. It's updating fine, I assume. I hope.
I think so. I was watching the stream.
Oh, yeah.
Discord is working now. Oh no, I'm just watching the stream now, so that's fine.
All right, if either is fine for me as well. Harlow has messaged me. He's picking SDM, so that's also not a huge surprise, I guess, since he's the actual highest rated player outside of the captains here. Yeah, SDN a staple in my tournament events as well, so that's definitely no surprise to me. It's Halu again next, but for now we've got Anti making his second pick. So what are you thinking there?
I got 2 picks
I
here,
think-
right?
Oh yeah, no, I'm sorry, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, you've got 2 picks in a row, of course. You've got 2 in a row, and then Halu follows that up.
I think Halu, I think Anti, it's best that you just pick what you wrote down in the chat.
Okay, let me triple check I'm not missing something. Okay. We'll stick with the pre-draft board here and
Alright.
go with Tao and I'm not sure how you say this. Zatiz. That is.
Okay,
Yeah.
the dynamic duo. They played in my very first tournament actually on a team together. So that's history right there. It's also the 2 highest rated players that are left over, so I guess technically the meta picks, one might say. I'll send the leftover board over to Halu again, because you made your 2 picks. Yep, that should be right. That is. Let's see if he is able to respond here in a timely manner, but there we go. Anti has made his 2 picks, and now it's Halu's turn, followed by Cheese with 2 in a row. We'll see where this goes. So far, I guess no huge surprises in terms of overall, right? We've got the top 7 players picked, so overall pretty much meta. But SDN went pretty late and Kismic pretty early, especially like compared to the last time around. So I can see priorities may have shifted a little bit over the last couple of months. Glad to see, and maybe the past tournament experience also making an impact for one player or the other here. Of course, Cheese and Anti not gonna be playing on the same team again. I'm sorry for you guys, but maybe that was a little bit OP last time around. We'll see which one of you actually was the one carrying the other, I guess. Totally not trying to instigate anything here.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, it's I gotta get my content somewhere.
I have Rab Bag now, so we probably lost.
Oh, well, I mean, I didn't want to be the one to say that, but it's an MPT tourney after all. So Raptag with the first pick, that's the heart over brain one, for sure. I understand that. Okay, yeah. We'll see. So the next highest pick left would be Battleship, and Battleship has confirmed with me just 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, that he is committed to playing in this tournament. He didn't say anything about the availability though, so yeah, still a huge question mark. No info.
Even if he does, don't tell us at this point because we're like mid-draft.
Fair enough, right? I mean that would be potentially decision altering for one guy or the other. So yeah, no info at all from Battleship, and he's also one of the guys that I've had issues reaching out to, obviously, right, in terms of the availability. So maybe that's already kind of a tell for the availability in the tournament. Alright, Halu has messaged me, read. So I can interpret that safely as him picking Read Bob, Red Bob, Re-add Bob, or whoever. I'll put that down for his team. Interesting pick. I mean, it's also somebody that's played in most, if not all, of my tourneys right now. Apologies for not knowing my tourney lore more accurately, but definitely a tourney veteran. Goes over there to Team Halu, and we'll hand it over to Cheese again with the double picks. What direction are you thinking of here?
Knowing that from Battleship, I could pick him, I think. And then I don't think I can go without the RNG legend that is Elk. I think when you have all of your unit with essentially double stats, it's just too powerful.
Alright, so So that's Elk for you there.
And Battleship.
And
I have two, no?
Battleship. Okay.
Maybe if we need like Battleship's activity now, you can just like maybe direct message Abby or something. Yeah, you can get it from Battleship.
You can do what? Sorry?
If you can't get any info from Battleship, maybe you can just message Abby. I don't know.
Oh yeah, maybe Abby could help us reach out to Battleship. You're absolutely right there. I mean,
This was a joke.
I know, I know.
This was
It's all good. It's all good. I got you. So we've got Battleship and Elk going over to Team Cheese. That's right then. 2 picks back to back. Meaning it goes back over to what did I do? Oh god. It goes back over to Halu and Anti with another double after that. So again, I'll message the updated list over to him. He seems to be responding fairly quickly. Well, quickly enough at least to be productive at this point. And that's Battleship Elk gone. Okay. Nice, you guys. You're sticking to the script here. You're kind of working down the list top to bottom ish. So fair enough. That's also visually pleasing and easy to handle. So I appreciate that. 4th round of the draft already here. Elk going a little bit late there from my experience. He's been somebody that I don't know, has also participated in a lot of tournaments, and think of him what you will, but I mean, he's feared by many. I'll put it that way. So maybe a little bit later than I would have expected him personally, but of course, lots of decent MPT players in this draft, so you can't really get mad getting picked 3 spots earlier or later. I mean, it's kind of a toss-up between many here, and personal experience plays a huge part as well. What were you gonna say?
Well, Elk's super solid. He might just kill all 4 enemies in one game, but in a 2v2v2, you're really going to want that communication, so that's probably why he slid a little bit.
I mean, that makes sense to me, right? I could see that communication being key here. Strategy is probably a huge part there, because you are pretty vulnerable with 4 enemies on the map, I imagine. So I guess that's a justification. But hey,
Yeah, but there's no more feared unit than the Elk Warrior. It's simply
the cost efficiency there is through the roof. I agree.
no stack I make can ever suffice against just one warrior of Elk's magnitude.
And he's also the only guy that has picked Carthage in any of my tournaments so far, despite them being available in pretty much every single one of them. So I respect him for that.
And let's not forget, proceeded to roll.
Yeah, he
So-
killed, right?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he killed.
I don't remember if he killed, but I mean, you know, he killed his hopes and dreams, which is good enough.
Yeah, I mean, all right. It's first-hand experience there. Harlow picking Zardos with his next pick, and that's kind of out of left field, I guess, for
surprise.
some. I mean,
No surprise there.
He was the next pick.
ooh, interesting. I mean, that's also, I mean, don't want to say it, but I mean, easy to say after he's gone, right? I mean,
Well, I can show you the chat logs. He was next. He was next up.
no, I mean, that's fine. I'm just saying. He's good at not dying, so maybe that's a valuable skill in this tourney more so than the previous one. We'll see, though. Anyhow, Zardos is picked by Halu, so that's back-to-back picks for Anti. What are we thinking here now that Zardos was taken away?
We were thinking then we wish that didn't happen.
Yeah. I mean, don't want to say it, but it's kind of dick riding at this point. I mean, it's all good. It's all good. The audacity on Halu there. Showing up late and then just taking your players. What's your alternative then? What does the tier list say?
Well, we have one player locked in. It's just that second pick we're trying to confirm here.
Yeah, we know Subradian, but second pick is.
Yeah, well, we're gonna take Subradian with one of our picks here.
All right, so that's the next highest up on the tier list. Fair enough. And the next one on the leaderboard, I mean. Fair enough. I'll lock that in for you guys, so he'll be happy to be picked that early. He's been playing a lot of games these last couple of weeks. He's definitely one of the most. I'm confident in saying he's been the most active player in the last month. So, probably just based on volume and form, I guess, decent pick. We'll see how he does in the tournament setting, because of course he's not played in any of my tournaments yet. He's told me, however, that he's watched them. At least one of them, and he's a fan. So yeah, I approve of that pick. However, it's one more pick for you guys. So what are you feeling? What's the next name that you want me to cross off the board there? Tough choice, apparently. I respect it.
Yeah, like honestly, we were talking about this like 5 hours ago. This exact point in the tournament. Me and Kidmick were anyway.
Yeah, it's rough.
Maybe you just go for the top pick.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go with Spirit.
All right. An enthusiastic. Well, what? Okay, Halu messaged me his next pick just now, but I mean, it's kind of creepy. But all right. You guys taking Spurts, right? That's what you said.
Yeah.
Okay, I lock him in, and then Halu just messaged me this very second. Ret. So that's referring to Retna, apparently. Nice. So I'll cross him off the board right away as well. Perfect timing there by Halu, because he said that literally the second you guys told us.
He's making up for all the time lost, you know.
Yeah, now he's going back in time actually, and he's
Yeah.
exactly.
Now when Cheese is up next to pick, Holly will pick again.
Yeah, who knows? He's taken over now. Wait, watch him.
Am I good to go now?
Yeah, right. Halu's got 5 names. Yep. So that's you with another double pick there. You can see the board. Yep, it's updated.
MJ and City.
Suti, that is MJ and Suti.
Yeah, City.
All right, I'm sorry. City wasn't one of the names that I had on my list, so I had to reconfirm there with my.
City is a word in English, and it's pronounced City.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm the idiot then, but I'm just saying. To me, it looks Suti, so
Okay.
I'll go with that. It still sounded City the way you said it, but I mean,
Okay.
it's all good. The Americanism, I'll blame that.
It's a word.
I'll blame that. No, we're just messing. So that's MJ and City. Gone now. I'm pretty confident that's what it was. So again, no info on Suri's availability. Didn't get anything, but he's an active player. So that's the thing, right? You've got to differentiate between active players and players that you can plan with and communicate with. That's sometimes a different pair of shoes entirely. But anyhow, you've got him and you've got MJ, who's also, of course, very active.
I think you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's my last pick.
Ooh, wait. So we've got Halu. Oh, right. So technically, yeah. I mean, unless somebody of the other captains refuses to make one of their picks, and then you would have the option to pick up the scraps. So if you've got a dip, I guess you could dip at this point, and then you just got to tell me if anybody is left over. Do you want me to just put them in your team, or?
Yes, please.
Okay, fair enough. So if you've got to go, then you would be excused from this point forward.
All right.
All right. Thanks for being here, then.
Yeah, I think I'm in a new game, and I will try not to multitask.
Okay. Cool. Thanks then.
All right. Later. Thanks for doing this.
I'll catch you.
Peace.
All right. So I'll message the list over to Halu again. It's 4 names left on the board, and of course it's 2 for Halu and 2 for you, Andy, if everything goes according to plan. Spurts, Subra, gone. Okay, Halu is right back at me. Jesus, okay, that guy is too fast for me. So that's 2 picks for Anti now. Halu has taken... Sorry, let me confirm that I've got the right pick. Yeah, Token. Token.
Maybe Suede killed him?
I don't know. I'm not following along the game. That would be honorable. But he's taken Stilt Oaken. So it's over to you, Anti. There's only 3 players left on the board. You can now pick 2 of them, unless you refuse to entirely for one reason or another. Yeah, what's your thoughts there? Bonehead, Prospector, and Life of Moor are left.
Yeah. It's tough here. These guys gotta know this is gonna be tough to get in the game on it's a 2v2 tournament, but
Yeah, for sure.
I'll draft Old Prospector and Life of Moor.
Okay, cool. That's short and sweet. That's Old Prosp and Moor. No, that's not how you... Oh, geez. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. That's enough space that way. So you get Prosp and Life of Moor, and then that's the last leftover pick is Bonehead. I mean, yeah, I'll... I'll ask him if he wants to take that pick. Okay, so we'll wait, I guess, on that last final decision. You grabbing these 2 final guys there pretty much seals the different options anyways, but I guess we'll see. I'm pretty happy with the amount of signups we got, because I'm pretty confident that we're going to be able to get 6 players for all the games, right? I mean, teams are 6 to 7 players for everybody, and Halu has just messaged me he's going to be taking Bonehead as the last guy. So only Cheese has 6. The other 2 teams have 7 players, meaning that yeah, I'm pretty confident teams should be able to have 2 players participate in each game. At least I hope so. To the captains, I encourage you to run a tight ship, or however you say it, to really be on the scheduling hunt. And if you don't have the time to do that, maybe assign another player in your team that role, because it would be really important to have 2 players from every team show up for every game. And also, you gotta see, maybe it's useful to assign a backup player for every game in case somebody doesn't show up, especially if it's somebody that you don't have a lot of experience scheduling with. Just maybe a thought to consider. Any case, it's your decision from here on out how you run your team. You're the one in charge of who's playing, and not much left to say. Of course, good luck to everybody participating. If there's any more questions, I'll be taking them right now or in the YouTube comments. I don't know. Is there anything left to say, Antti? What do you think?
Gonna be a good tournament. Hope everybody shows up. Yeah.
Okay, nice. Thanks for the words. Yeah, best of luck to everybody. Thanks for spending your entire evening here with us, sitting through the delays and everything. But I hope it was worthwhile, and hope everybody's happy with the teams that they got. I'll catch you guys, well, at the very latest on February 12th when the first game starts. But I think I'll upload the example map to a Google Drive so people can practice if they somehow find a way to do that. And any questions I'll be taking in the YouTube comments primarily. So that's going to be it for the stream today and for the draft here. Thanks everybody for making time. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the server.
Thanks.
Yep, take care everyone.